I'm going to show you how to pull apart an atomic warhead nitro buggy. First of all, take out the body clips, lift the body off. First thing we're going to do is remove the plate that holds the fuel tank. It's just a matter of removing about 7 screws, I think. First of all, this support bar that goes across the top. Just pull out the screws. It's handy to have something to put all the screws in so you don't lose them. And there's one nut you have to undo, which is on top of the pivot for the steering servo. Pull the fuel lines off the exhaust pipe and the carburetor, and then it should just lift out. Next thing we're going to do is pull the top off the throttle servo. Just undo the screw in the centre, don't lose it, and the little arm just pulls off. Then you can disconnect the throttle linkage. Now we're going to remove the motor. It's just a matter of undoing 4 screws underneath. Once again, don't lose them. And then the motor just lifts out like that. That's the throttle lever. That's the clutches inside that. That's the bell housing. If you need to fix the clutch, you just pull that off. Next we're going to remove the gearbox. Just 4 screws. Undo them. And then it just lifts out. And you'll see one of the 2 central drive shafts there, so don't lose that one. There's usually 2 gears in there, but one of them was stripped, so I've pulled that out. Now what I need to do is replace the little cup that the front drive shaft fits into, because I've lost that one, and that little grub screw there fell out, which meant the little cup fell off and we lost the drive shaft. So it's easy to buy another one of them, they're quite cheap. Put it back on, make sure it's still turning freely. Click the throttle linkage back on. And don't forget to put the drive shaft back in. And there should be another drive shaft going forward to the front wheels, but I've lost that. That's on order at the moment, so I'll replace that soon. Just means the car's working in 2-wheel drive at the moment rather than 4-wheel drive. Just replace the screws. Put the motor back in. Didn't have to actually remove the motor for this operation, but it just shows how to do it. Just need to make sure those gears or those cogs on the bell housing meshes into the gearbox, and put the screws back in, but you have to position the motor so that it links up. You can see I'm moving it around there with the links up with the gears. Just making sure everything works again, steering and throttle. It's just showing how the throttle works. Brake, throttle. That's the trim adjustment. It shows the carby opening and closing with the throttle, and the brakes going on when you push the lever forward. These are the adjustments. This is the idle revs. You can see it opening and closing the throttle there. That just shows the minimum, adjust the minimum revs. This one's the high-speed fuel mixture. And this one's the low-speed fuel mixture. These things pop off quite easily when you have a stack and wheel comes open like that, and you can lose one of those drive shafts. So you just have to be aware of that. If you have a stack and that pops off, just go looking for the drive shaft. That's all back together now. And I've had to repair this little suspension arm by putting a little bit of metal around there and putting a pin through it because the plastic broke from too many stacks. And that is about it. Still working.